All right, hello everybody, and welcome to today's edition of the Hillbilly Files. Today I am up on the side of a mountain in Sprigg, West Virginia, just downstream from Mate 1, West Virginia. And I am with someone who some of you guys will remember.
Captain Keith from the airboat.
This Captain Keith, I like that.
That's what a lot of them call me, Captain Keith.
Now, this is Keith from Hatfield-McCoy airboat tour.
Hatfield-McCoy airboat tour.
And I went on his airboat before, and we just did a story the other day, too. So he's been on the channel several times. Some of y'all probably remember him. And he's actually been on the channel more than he knows. On the camping videos, I see you going up down the river all the time on the airboat. Hey, look, y'all.
There you go.
But we are out. He has a little piece of property here, and it's on a hill, as usual. You know, there's a mountain. And it turns out there is an old abandoned graveyard here, and there's a couple really interesting things that Keith was telling me about that I think a lot of you guys will find interesting, you know, historical and possibly even a lost grave, you know, lost historical grave, I should say. But so Keith, how did...
Well, I grew up in this area as well, and growing up, you know, you're going to see there's just a lot of sunken holes, no marker. Some may have a rock standing up, no kind of name or anything. But when I was a kid, some of the older people told me when they dug the Hatfield Tunnel, which is right there,
right,
sometimes they would have a rock fall or something, and those guys would get killed, and they actually buried some of them right here.
Oh, really?
They
from the tunnel?
Over from the tunnel, yep. And it's, you know, like you said, it's a really old cemetery. There's places that are sunk in, you can tell is a grave, but as far as a marker, there was never one there, you know, even when I was a kid.
Right.
And you can look, this is a cemetery.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't think, but down through there is a cemetery, and there is a few rocks standing up. There's a few headstones, and if you show them over there, these are actually, those people had military rights that are buried there, and obviously they still have family that comes and cleans it off.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You know, I guess what I call the main cemetery, it kind of goes down and around and out this point. And if you want to, Leo, we can start walking down there. And
right behind you, brother, right behind you. Yeah, it's a little bit of a steep hill. We came up, Keith's on an ATV. I just dropped the truck into four-wheel drive, which we ain't up that far, but you know. Pretty place, isn't it?
It's beautiful. I love southern West Virginia.
I do too, man. I really do.
It's really nice. There's some stones over in here on your left. They're kind of hard to see as grown up as it is now, but I don't know if you can see that very well. But see all the sunken in graves, Leo?
Yeah. You can see there's one here, one there, and one right behind them too.
There's three, and then they go on up through there. It's just difficult to see from.
Right. Huh.
And unfortunately, a lot of it is all drawn up. You can see these graves here have chain link fence around them.
Yeah, there's a plot right there in there.
All drawn up, and there is stones in there, headstones. You can see them right through there. Oh, I see the one on the far side has fell over.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? See if we can see a name on that one. Maybe get an idea. Once the weather, we get to some frost. Belle D. Scott. Looks like a birth date of 1914. Yeah. Can't see the death date. And that one's knocked over. See, as soon as this is a really good winter project too, to come up here and just catalog the whole place.
There sure is a lot of yellow jackets out there.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You can see there's more sunken graves, and there's a stone. Another grave over there with a cross at the base of that tree. They're just They're all over.
They're all through the woods, ain't they?
Yeah, they're all over this mountainside. And
look at this. This one laying down. Glen Adkins, West Virginia, private battery C. World War II. World War II vet. It's 390 AAA AW Battalion. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Do you?
not for sure. And then a CAC World War II. March the 24th, 1902 is when he was born. November the 8th of 1971. I was 2 years old when he passed away. And you know, here's some more. Here's a little metal identifier.
Yeah. Can you see the name?
Anna Adkins, 1915 to 1997.
Yeah, that one's not that old, is it?
That one's 1999.
Tommy Bruce.
Tommy Bruce Adkins. I actually knew him.
Oh, did you?
Yep. His, I'd say I knew her too if I was guessing. That's probably, but Tommy Bruce, his mother had a little store down there, Minnie Ann they called it. Minnie Ann Atkins had a little building really down here in Sprigg. But you see all the sunken areas.
Yeah, I
up
do.
through there.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole mountain is just really oak
Wow,
grade.
this is really big, isn't it?
It is. Oh, you haven't seen nothing. It goes way out there.
Can you read this one here? Can you read this cross here? Let me see if I can get to it. Oh, there's nothing on it. And nothing on the back side either.
It's yeah, it appears somebody had made those homemade.
Yeah.
This one
That's broken in
broke, but no, I don't see a name or any kind of writing at all.
You can see them. There's one. There's one.
Right here's.
Yeah, they're all through the woods.
Yeah, they go on up and around like where we started this video, and up that straight on up the hill. It goes up through there too.
Wow. It's pretty much abandoned, isn't it?
It is.
Huh.
It's there's a few people still come and visit and clean and. See, this is a grave in
right here on the
itself
path. Right there on the path.
That's all they could afford back then.
Yeah.
The rock to stand up.
Yeah. You were lucky. A lot of times you're lucky if you got that too.
Here's a grave. Here's a grave. There's graves. It's just everywhere. You can see them sunken in, and
you sure can.
that did have some type of marking on it with a rock or whatever. Now here's some stones. Again, this one here, now I knew some of his family, but that one was gone before I was born.
James Pennington, 1894 to 1965.
This is James H. Pennington from 1928 to 1959.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that was his son, and he outlived his son.
Looked like there used to be a picture on that one, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
William Henry Pennington. December 21st, 1860 to April 27th, 1942. Okay, I see where the 4's dropped now.
Yep. You can see somebody has cut this at least once.
Yeah, they
this year
have.
up through here.
Yeah, somebody's been up here trying, ain't they?
That's what I'm saying. These still one or two, but I mean all of that down in there that we can't see, Leo. You can see the headstones. It just goes on down the hill, and it goes on out this way. The top of this, and every time you see a little rock like this, look, that's a pretty nice monument that's turned over there, but. Every time you see a little rock like this, it's somebody's grave.
Yeah.
There's another one. See that rock sticking up? Of course, you can see this is an actual monument of some sort.
Paul Pennington, 1919. Should have brought my little light. Pretty place back here on this mountain, ain't it?
See, in the same here, you can see they just got, here's a stone, there's a stone, and when I mean stone on these, I'm just talking about a rock.
A rock, yes.
Here, they just, that's how they would mark them. They would just stand them up and see how small this is.
Yeah,
it's probably somebody's child right here.
Yeah.
And they're not, same right there. It's not very far apart.
Yeah, they're kind of on an angle too, ain't they?
Here you go. This is the footstone for this headstone, so this is definitely a baby. I can touch them both.
Yeah, that little lamb.
Right here.
1 year old.
February 25th, 1942 to September the 14th, 1943.
Yeah, Mary Rose, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William Triplett. Well, W.M. Triplett, I'm assuming. There's all kinds of different plots. There's another fenced-in plot there.
Yeah, and you're going to find a really old fence over here. I remember seeing, and actually it's in this type image here.
Wow.
See, here's some more of it.
That's old wrought iron, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like a gated cemetery plot here.
Around that tree.
There's another bigger piece of this fence.
Well, look at that.
Like the gate. It's grown into the tree.
Wow, that's the gate, isn't it?
Yeah, see, that's the actual gate of it.
So that means there's an old grave underneath this tree, doesn't it?
No doubt.
That's been there. This is old, ain't it?
Yeah, and here's more stones, and you can see stones sunken. That's what I'm telling you. This whole area right here is cemetery.
Huh.
Really old cemetery.
Yeah, it is. Look at that old fence, though. That old gate's grown right into the tree.
Yep.
Look at the detail on it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's you know, it's kind of like the hand-cut stone we see all around here, where the you know, you had to have somebody took a hammer and beat and made this whole thing. A lot of this old stuff. We found one over in I mean, Logan. You can tell, like when you're looking at this, that's not exactly even, you know, like a nowadays machinery would make that perfect. But I mean, that's what makes it perfect, is it's not perfect, and somebody did that by hand, put a lot of work in it.
Yeah, no kidding, man. And the thing is, it stood the test of time too. You know, you see more modern stuff that's just completely gone, and you see old stuff like this that's still, you know, hand forged in the 1860s, still around.
Yeah, that gate's well over 100 years ago. I'd say right there. That was a long time ago.
There's all kinds of dips all out through here.
Yeah, it's that whole thing. It's just unfortunate it's all grown up. But now, Leo, it goes a long ways out through here, and again, just like there, you see that rock. That's a grave, but you can barely see the rock. Right here's one.
Yeah, right here.
See?
Right there.
Yes. They're every. This is.
There's a little fenced plot.
Right here. You see this rock?
Yeah, I do.
Moss growing all over it.
Yeah, I do.
This is a super old cemetery. And there, like I said, there's graves. You can see the rocks down there. They're just everywhere. Here's a rock.
Yeah, got a game trail running right through here, don't we?
Yeah. Yep.
I see dips over in here too.
Oh yeah, it's the whole thing. That's what I'm telling you. Now look at this rock. Now somebody has took the time.
Yeah, to shape that
to
one.
try to chisel that out and shape it, and then of course you can see the dip right here and tell that there's a grave there. Might be getting too low for the following the deer trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back up a little bit right here.
Right behind you.
Right here, you can tell the grave right where
Yeah.
we're walking.
Yeah, you can.
Let's use more stone. There's a stone. Now that one somebody has tried to handmade out of
There's one.
concrete, looks like.
Yeah, there's a nice one there.
See?
Looks like there's a store-bought one there.
Yeah, that one looks like it was bought for somebody, Leo.
It's wild though, ain't it? You know, you buy these, you think it's forever.
They're either handmade out of stone or poured of concrete. I'm not real sure, but and it goes way on out there. Let's see what this one. I mean, whoever this is has got a pretty nice stone for the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see what that says. Maynard. It's on the bottom.
Yeah, J.B. Maynard.
Louisa.
Louisa.
Wife of J.B. Maynard. December the 1st, 1878 to February the 21st, 1908. Now, we've seen that name J.B. Maynard somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know more about J.B. Maynard. We have a piece of property down the road here, and there's a cemetery on it, and it's got this really nice headstone, and the time frame is about right.
That's the one you was telling me about by the school, isn't it?
Yeah, and it says Louisa Maynard, wife of J.B. Maynard. I don't know if it's this same J.B.
Chief
Maynard.
of Police in 1908.
Yeah, I don't know where he's buried at.
Yes. You want to tell them where?
Yeah. When we were at the jail in the last video, J.B. Maynard was the chief of police in Matewan, and that's who they built the jail for.
Right. The jail where Sid Hatfield from the Matewan massacre.
Now
he's the one that built Sid's office.
I'm not much on chasing that type of stuff down, but and there's no writing here. I just wonder if one of these would be J.B. Maynard. I think that's very interesting that
it is, isn't it?
Louisa, wife of J.B. Maynard.
Yeah. Is there anything on that
I
one?
don't know. I'm gonna look at the back side, but I can't really tell. No, just a mud dauber's nest.
Oh, really? I see another one over there.
You know, I thought those were concrete, but that's a rock.
Yeah, it looks hand hewn, don't it?
It is. It's a rock that they've
Somebody
chiseled
did a
out.
lot of
Same
work on
thing with
these.
that one, and
Yeah,
yeah,
they're all through here. There, I can see 1, 2, 3,
goes right on
4.
out through there, Leo.
I see 6 right here, 7.
cemetery is a pretty big cemetery.
Yes, it is.
We've been having a deer bedding down.
Yeah, yeah.
He lays there so much vegetation can't go.
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna look at this one, see if there's anything on this one.
Okay.
No. It looks like old military there, maybe. No, it's homemade too, isn't it?
You know, that might be your next hillbilly file, is trying to find out where J.B. Maynard is, or maybe some of his family members might watch your video and
That's a good point.
chime in and say, hey,
That is a good idea.
we know where he's at.
Wow, they're all out through here. I see some more right there in the
Yeah.
trees. And
And you can see
Fenced
this
in
area
section
was
right
fenced
here.
off for a certain family, I guess, or a few graves. But yeah, it goes on out through there quite a ways.
wow, it's big.
And like I said, it's a really old cemetery.
Yes, sir. Gotta watch what you grab too, don't you?
Yeah,
Very thorny.
I know there's yellow jackets nests somewhere. I just hope we don't find them, Leo.
Yeah,
That little area is fenced off.
yeah, it's got a little fence around it. We'll see if we can see any names. Wow, look how the logs just kind of made a perfect little border around this one. This is Anna Lee Harper, 1907 to 1957. And who's that one?
Winston Harper.
Winston Harper.
And that one is 1923 to 1963. And I see a marble stone right there.
Yeah, yeah. You know, if you're thinking lost cemeteries and stuff like that, you don't get much more lost cemetery than this, do you?
No.
It's like Thomas something.
Yeah, Thomas. Thomas Sampson, I think's what it says.
Huh. 1897 birth date, 1959.
Yeah.
Wow. Lived his whole life and all that stuff before I was even born. It's wild, isn't it? You know, history, all that kind of stuff, all the things people did. And
Still some more sunken spots. Get down here on this game trail.
yeah, that deer trail there.
Yeah, we're back to the deer trail.
I think I see one down there.
Yeah, there's stones sticking up.
Yeah, right there.
So it continues.
We're
on.
still in it, yeah.
That's what I said. I think it goes way out on this point. Yeah, there's more.
Yep, there's a sunken spot too. And there. Right there, behind the tree, looks like one too, right here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right here's definitely a stone.
Yeah, right there too.
Right here, yeah, there's a big one.
Yep.
That one had
Ouch.
stuff chiseled out. Actually, this is probably the head, and that may be the foot, the small one.
Yeah, could very well be.
See,
Tree
now
grew
this-
up right in it,
this
didn't
tree's
it?
growing right up against that stone. Here's some a clearing because of the power line.
Yeah, I saw that on satellite, where that power cable goes through.
I don't see any stones over here, but
That's a pretty piece of property though, ain't it?
yeah, I don't mean that there wasn't any. They got knocked over or something, because like I said,
Yeah.
this cemetery is so old.
Yeah, we did a story on one about a week or so ago. Gas line, they're putting in a gas line and bulldozed the graveyard.
Wow.
Left the grave, just bulldozed right over top of them.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't seen that.
It's a pretty piece of land though. I love stuff like this. Turkey.
Looks more like a goose. And here's more feathers.
Yeah.
I've seen more of these, so it probably had a bad ending for it right here.
Yeah, could be. Coyote.
See, here's another feather. There's a lot of feathers. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be coyote. Could have been a even a bald eagle, cause
Yeah, that's true.
they'll get
That's
'em.
true.
It could have been a coyote. Got it and brought it up here. Yep, here's more feathers. Yeah, I'd say that one had a bad day.
Very thick, isn't it?
Yep. See, just like right here's one. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's a head or a foot, but here's a stone for a grave. They're all in here. This whole point. Here's another one. Right there. There's another one. So
Yeah.
it's unknown.
All out
how
through
many-
here.
How many are buried here? It's unknown. And they're
That's a
over,
good point.
Like I said, they're on the side of the hill over there too.
That's a good point.
Here's another stone. Oh, here's one that's got a lamb on it.
Yeah, those are babies usually.
Yeah, almost always. Got a wire in the shoe.
Oh yeah, don't you love that?
Yeah.
This is Judy K. C-O-L-L Colthew. C-O-L-L-I-H-E-W. Born in 1965 and died in 1966. 1 year old.
Yeah, right there's this little footstone.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You see, there's a lot of sunken,
Yeah,
and then
you
over
can
there's
see
more.
rows.
I see more stones over
Yeah.
there with the.
Yeah,
one with
right
the
there's
lamb
one.
on it. Like you said, unfortunately, those are usually babies, but
Yeah,
you know, the fact of the matter is, they didn't have very good medical back then.
that's true. That's very
Yeah.
true. You know, it's very true. Your stories about people having 8, 10 kids and 1 or 2 of them make it.
Yeah. Here's the stone here, stone here, stone here.
Yeah,
Oh, here's a cross that somebody has. Now it looks like that one might have been made out of concrete.
yeah. That's pretty though, ain't it?
Yep. And
Wow.
down here is a whole level.
Yeah, a level
And
spot
they look like they've leveled it off.
to make a
and
little plot.
It's got grave here, grave here. I think there's one there. There's definitely one down at the end that's sunk way in. Wow.
Yeah,
that
it has. It's collapsed.
That was
A lot of them old
collapsed way
pine.
in.
They used pine boxes back
Yeah.
then, and they're good for a while. Which it's like, you know, these stones. People think stones, you know, are permanent. It's forever. Not so much.
Yeah. See, right here's a foot stone probably, and yep, they probably
Yep.
had stone
Yeah,
up
you can
there.
see one right there.
Right there's a stone. And it's just so grown up. But yeah, that one is really filling.
Yeah, it has.
But
Completely collapsed, ain't it?
You can tell how old this is. They definitely didn't have a piece of equipment up here. This is all hand done, but I want you to look at how far they dug down.
Yeah, they dug that down to make
off, just to make it so-so for their loved one's final resting place. And right here, you can tell one.
Yeah, there's a grave right there.
Right here's another stone. I mean, like I said, and we haven't been right up the middle. We was on one side and then flipped over to the other side, but there's just lots of people buried here.
Yeah, there are.
Really old cemetery.
I see.
Until some sort of man-made or chiseled out stone. But just so many of them, it's just a piece of rock standing up. Or
Yeah, there's
nothing.
a big one right there.
Just a, well, right here's one. That's what I'm saying. This whole place is.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one.
They're everywhere. Like you said, this would be a better one to come back in the fall after a frost, and you'll see we're back to where we come up to that Louisa Maynard's grave, the wife of J.B. Look at this stone. Here's one right.
Yeah, right on the tree.
The base of the tree.
Trees will grow right up around them, won't they?
Yep.
There's one.
But they're all down in there. You can see right here's another man-made one. Right there. But I mean, they've been, even the man-made ones that had writing on them has been here so long.
Yeah.
The writing has weathered off. Even though it was, you know, wrote in concrete or chiseled in stone.
Yeah, you get about 100 years. And they seem to start to go down, don't they?
Yeah, here's another one. One right here. More stones here.
Keith, this place is huge.
And again, this is a baby. See, it's on the other side over there too that I pointed out.
Yeah.
That's a baby. You can tell how close the head and foot.
I just tripped on one right there.
Yeah.
Deer really got their trails laid out, don't they?
Yeah. This one can't be real old, I don't think. Ed Nichols, 2002.
Yeah, 1927 to 02. Wow. Hard to believe all this stuff's up here. I've drove right by this 100 times.
Yep. There's more of that old fence, Leo.
Yeah, I see it there. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it does. The others too. 2 pieces. Wow. That's some old stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
Stand there another 100 years.
Yep.
It's a pretty day to be doing this, though, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit humid, but
little, yeah.
it's West Virginia.
Yeah.
But it goes all out in there, all up through there. You can see that's goat brush country up through there. It's pretty rough.
Right.
But very big cemetery.
Yes, it is.
And very old. Let's see if we can make anything out of this. Now,
Let's see.
it's got writing on it. But
VERLIA. Verley. That look like a V to you?
yeah, I think so.
Wish I had had a little light.
I got one on my cell phone, if that'll help.
It might. It looks like it might be a Pennington. Move to the side.
It's quite possibly to be a Pennington now, because
It
there's
is
a lot of Pennington.
P-E-N-N.
Yeah,
T-O-N.
I-N-G-T-O-N. Yep.
It sure is.
There's a lot of Penningtons here. There's another.
Yeah,
one's
that
got
was a
some
Paul
writing.
Pennington there.
Yep. There's a Calvin Pennington. I knew him when I was
Probably
little
up
boy.
here somewhere,
He
huh?
is. He's up here somewhere, but I don't know exactly.
One of your
where.
like school friends?
No, he was an older man when I was a young boy. So
Oh.
it's quite a while. Big difference between us.
Right.
So,
But yeah, I'll come back up real soon and catalog what I can, and then we'll get it good in the frost.
It's Calvin Pennington. What was his name? My name's him. Zella Jesse. Zella P. Jesse. July the 28th, 1922 to September the 11th of 1967. But you know, that ain't that very old.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's,
I mean, you can see where that one's fell over.
yeah,
Fell
I'm
off the
trying to clean
pedestal.
this base off. And I don't know if I'm doing the right thing by trying to stand it up or not. I better wait, because that
Yeah,
base
it looks
is
like it's a
leaning
little
downhill.
leaning right, a little
And
tilted.
if I have some tools, a shovel or something to level it up and then stand it up. But Calvin was buried right in this area. Close by. Charlie Pennington.
You know the name of this graveyard?
That's him right here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Calvin.
Charlie Calvin. I didn't know him by Charlie. But yeah, Calvin Pennington.
He's a
That's him.
Korean vet. Did you see that?
Yeah, he died in '96. I told you I was a.
Charlie Calvin Pennington, PFC U.S. Army Korea, 1930
was
to
he born?
1996. 1930.
30.
Uh-huh.
So he wasn't that old. 63? 66. 66. If he was died in 96.
Korean vet. That one's sunk there. That I'm not sure if that could be water runoff or a sunken
No,
one.
I'm sure it's a grave probably. This whole thing up through there is planted.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt
It's
it.
all up through there, and like I said, it goes around. It's even on the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
So we've only been on what?
One side.
30%, 40%?
Yeah, I've never like explored the whole thing myself.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been around on it some, and yeah, I mean, just like there's a few of them that we looked at that I didn't
Right.
take the time to look at the names and dates and stuff.
All right, I had to swap out batteries. GoPro overheated on me. Warm weather has a tendency to do that sometimes.
Let's go up on this side a little bit, Leo. Like I said, this side is perhaps even the older side because it's even less taken care of. There's nobody around that
Right, no
even-
surviving
even,
members, right.
takes care of it, but there is sinkholes and stones. There's one pretty good stone over here. It's in fact, it's probably even I guess you would call a store-bought stone. Like right here, some mounds. There's burials right here. You see it on
Yeah.
here.
Sears used to sell them. You could buy them.
Yeah. Stone. Like I said, this side is even older and much more. Right here it is. There's two actually. Looks like that tree's grown up in one, but over here.
Yeah, it has,
take
ain't
this
it?
one out.
Be careful. It's very thorny, ain't it?
Yeah. Kenneth Donald Davis in 1951 is his death.
Yeah.
Was that 22? 42.
1942 to 51.
Wow.
9.
9 years old. Somebody's
Yeah, somebody put a lot of work into
they
that
made
one.
that, but thank God it's somebody might be looking for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we run into that stuff from
Have,
time to time. Very interesting place. Very interesting place.
51, that's, you don't think 51 too long ago, but it's a lot closer to 100 years ago than it's not. You know, let's look up here and see who these are. I can see the one up there is a military stone. But like I said, obviously they still have family, and
Yeah.
they,
Yeah, somebody's taking care of this.
they are. I will, you know, I wish they would mark this so,
Yeah.
you know, when they're gone. This one too. I mean, it's got a marker, but there's no
name. Right, no name on it.
Writing at all on it. But you know, when these people are gone that are cleaning this,
Right.
it's all gonna be gone.
That's
You know, I don't even know that name there.
Agnes T.A. Tart, T-A-R-T-T, 1904 to 1965.
I don't even know if I've heard that.
Me either.
Tart.
Is this a tart too?
This one's a Moore.
More.
James Moore. July of 1903 to July the 3rd of 65.
Uh-huh.
They shortened that one, just put
Yeah,
65.
yeah.
Then at the bottom they put that he was 63 years old.
Look at
John
here.
Bratcher.
World War I vet, guys.
That's an old one.
John
World
Bratcher,
War.
Virginia, Private Company D, 803rd Pioneer Infantry, World War I. Born in 1895 and passed away in 1965.
Now this one here is Will McConnell, West Virginia, Private Company G, 366 Infantry, World War I, May the 26th to 1896 to December the 28th of 1968. Again, he was gone before I was born, but
Yeah. I was born February 28th, 1968.
looks like they might be down there, but
It looks like somebody's cleared it.
yeah, they've raked this down all the way to there, and it, you know, this one's humped up like it's
Yeah.
probably a good chance this is a grave.
This is an amazing old place, though, Keith. Thank you for showing me this.
You're welcome. Let's been wanting to show you that.
Now, we were talking about maybe coming up and camping and documenting this old graveyard. I'm thinking about right there.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good spot to camp.